What if I told you that right now, today, you can publish in the world's biggest bookstore without a single publishing deal, literary agent, or even a big budget? It's true. With Amazon KDP, hundreds of thousands of authors are publishing their work every year. But here's what few people tell you up front. KDP is an incredible tool, but it also has some real limitations that can catch new authors off guard. So in today's video, I'm going to walk you through the honest pros and cons for publishing your book on KDP. Because understanding the full picture is the only way you can move into your publishing journey with clarity and set yourself up for success from the very beginning. And if you stick around to the end, I've got a free gift for you that's going to make the entire process a whole lot easier. So let's get started. Hey there, I'm Amanda. I help new authors self-publish their books with confidence because the publishing journey can be a very rewarding one if you know what you're doing. Before we dive in, let me give you a super quick overview of what KDP is for anyone who's new to the publishing industry. KDP stands for Kindle Direct Publishing. It's Amazon's self-publishing platform that lets you publish both ebooks and print-on-demand books, and recently even hardbacks, completely free. When your book goes live on Amazon, it becomes accessible to millions of readers across the world, which is exactly why so many authors choose this platform. Now, let's be clear. I'm not here to hype KDP or to tear it down. I think there are a lot of good reasons to publish with KDP, and also several drawbacks that might make authors think twice before using it. My goal in this video is to give you the full balanced picture of KDP, so you can make the right decisions for your book. Everyone's publishing journey is going to look a little bit different, and no matter what anyone else says about it, publishing on KDP is neither good nor bad. It's simply one of the options you have available. And it's a good idea to go in with a clear view of what this platform does and does not offer. So let's start off with the good stuff. As I already stated, there are plenty of good reasons to consider publishing with Amazon KDP. Pro number one is that it's free to publish. There are a lot of costs that go into publishing a book. From editing to cover design to formatting, costs can easily stack up. And I have another video that details all of those costs if you want to learn more. But that makes publishing on a free platform that much more enticing because it's one less cost you have to worry about. And that fact alone is a game changer in the publishing world. Instead of waiting years to get picked up by an agent and then chosen by a publisher, authors have the option of putting themselves in the driver's seat and taking full control of their publishing decisions. With KDP, you simply upload your manuscript and your cover, fill in your book's details, and hit publish. And then Amazon takes care of the rest. They handle printing, distribution, and sales processing. You don't pay them anything until a book sells. And even then, Amazon takes their cut and then sends the rest directly to you. It's both low risk and low effort on your part once the book is on the platform. Pro number two is that the royalty structure actually makes sense. Traditional publishers notoriously offer low royalties on book sales that are usually around 10 to 15%. And this is because their overhead is so high that they often can't afford to pay authors much more than this when their books sell. KDP, however, offers royalties up to 70% for ebooks priced between $2.99 and $9.99. Print book royalties work a little bit differently. Your royalty is based on your list price minus Amazon's printing costs. But it's still a huge difference from the traditional model. Now, I want to address something head on because I've seen a lot of videos out there claiming that KDP just isn't worth it, usually based on how much of a cut they take from authors. Even though the royalty rates are higher with KDP than with traditional publishers, these videos often recommend selling your books directly to readers via a personal website or a Shopify store to avoid paying the extra fees on Amazon. I actually don't have a problem with this strategy for established authors. Authors who have multiple books out and have their author platform locked in could actually do very well with this model. But for brand new authors, I don't think this is the best way to go. It takes time to build a following as an author. And until you've gotten to the point where readers are seeking you out specifically, I don't necessarily think it's a good idea to cut off your access to the world's biggest book marketplace in the world. Pro number 3 is speed to market. In traditional publishing, getting a book from manuscript to bookshelf can take 2 to 3 years. But with KDP, once your book is uploaded and approved, it can be live in the Amazon Marketplace within 24 to 72 hours. For authors in fast-moving niches or working on a specific timeline, this speed can offer a massive advantage. Pro number 4 is that you keep creative control. In my opinion, this is one of the biggest reasons to consider publishing yourself. With KDP, the choices of your book are completely under your control. You choose the cover, you choose the title, you choose the price, and even when it goes on sale. No one is going to tell you that you have to change something that you don't want to change. And unlike traditional or hybrid publishing, you have access to all the book's information and sales data. You can make updates anytime and monitor your sales analytics in real time, which to me is huge. The final pro for publishing with Amazon KDP is global distribution. When you publish through KDP, your book is available in Amazon marketplaces around the world. This includes not only the United States, but also the UK, Canada, Australia, and many more. You don't have to pitch to foreign publishers or negotiate international rights. Amazon opens those doors for you automatically. This can be a huge advantage when it comes to book sales. By the way, if you're finding this video helpful and you're serious about publishing your book yourself, I have a completely free checklist linked in the description down below. It lays out every single step of the self-publishing process, from polishing your first draft all the way through post-launch marketing. Authors I've worked with say it has saved them so much stress and overwhelm. So grab it from the link below. Now, let's get into the cons of publishing through KDP. The first con for publishing with KDP is that the market is crowded. The reality is there are millions of books on Amazon, which means discoverability can be a real challenge, especially when you're just getting started. Simply uploading your book and hoping the right readers find it automatically is not a good strategy. The good news is the right launch and marketing strategy can make a huge difference in this arena. Just remember that hitting publish is the beginning, not the finish line. Con number 2 is that KDP Select comes with strings attached. KDP has an optional program called KDP Select that puts your books into the Kindle Unlimited system. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Kindle Unlimited, it's a subscription reading service that allows readers to borrow ebooks and can offer authors a boost in visibility. However, if you choose to sign up for KDP Select, your ebook must be exclusively on Amazon, which means you can't sell it on Apple Books, Barnes & Noble, or anywhere else. For some authors, the trade-off is worth it, but it's definitely a decision that you will want to weigh against your author goals before you get started. Con number 3 is that print distribution with KDP is limited. KDP print books are available on Amazon, but getting them into bookstores, libraries, or other retailers is still on you. Amazon distribution has improved in recent years, but it still doesn't compare to the options available with other distributors, such as Ingram Spark or Draft to Digital. If having your book in bookstores is something that's important to you, then you'll want to consider a dual distribution strategy. That's what I do for my work. Personally, I use both KDP and Ingram Spark, so I can get the best of both worlds. The fourth downside to publishing with KDP is that you don't have access to reader data. When you sell books on your own website, you can collect reader information such as names and emails for the purpose of contacting them later when new books come out. But when you publish with KDP, Amazon has all that information and they don't share it. For readers, this is a comfort because most people don't want their information handed out to just anyone. But for authors, it does make personal marketing a little more difficult and means you will have to use other strategies to build your reader following. And the final con I want to highlight today is the control that Amazon has over the books in their system. Publishing only with KDP can leave you vulnerable. Amazon can change their terms of service at any time, and they can make pricing decisions and even remove books entirely if they don't feel those books fit their publishing guidelines. And sometimes the explanations authors receive are less than helpful. If all of your book sales live on Amazon, you're at the mercy of a big corporation who inevitably is going to make their decisions for their benefit, not yours. This is another reason why I recommend a dual distribution strategy. Uploading your book to multiple platforms gives you more options. So here's where I stand in light of all this information. Amazon KDP is one of the most powerful tools available to authors today. The low barrier to entry, higher royalties, speed to market, and creative control offer immense opportunities to authors that were not available several years ago. However, with its limitations, it's important to remember that KDP is not a magic button that's going to solve all of your author concerns. It's just a tool that you can choose to use strategically or not. It's important to take your own publishing journey seriously and to make your decisions based on your personal author goals. I've seen authors thrive on Amazon KDP, but they are usually the ones who approach self-publishing with a professional mindset, and they usually have a clear strategic plan in advance. They take time to understand their readers, take production decisions seriously, and treat their author career like a growing business, not a one-and-done event. Authors who understand that professional publishing takes work usually find the process and outcome to be incredibly rewarding. Which is why, if you're really serious about succeeding in the self-publishing world, I highly encourage you to download that checklist I talked about earlier. I originally built this checklist to help me in my own publishing journey, because I know how much more successful I am in all my endeavors if I use a proven system. And what I found was that not only did this checklist help me with my own publishing strategy, but it seemed to help everyone I shared it with move forward with more clarity. So I want you to have it too. Please download it completely free from the link below. And if this video helped you, please like and subscribe, and consider sharing it with your writer friends. I love empowering authors. Authors are leaders in the world, and I genuinely believe in the power of author voices to create change and bring value. I appreciate you joining me on this journey. And until next time, happy writing!